the low blow, yellow pages, cheesy pump and dump marketing scheme.
Egg has been planted.
Let's jump into the Pirate Week and see what we've got. We have a trailer slash teaser for the week. Yes, we should watch that. Okay, let's see this and see what it is. The Corsair. Okay.
Tug, 24 scars across his mug, said to me
they love freeze frames.
For reaching everyone. Hey ho, it's time to go, and we'll be home, the devil knows. Hey ho, it's time to go away, away, away. That one there above your eye, I crashed a snub and nearly died. That nasty one that splits your lip, a barkeep I forgot to take it. Hey ho, it's time to go, and we'll be home, the devil knows. Hey ho, it's time to go away, away, away. That one there beneath your mouth, got it in a trigger game gone south. Hey! That one there that cleaved your ear, another that I once held dear. Hey ho, it's time to go, and we'll be home, the devil knows. Hey ho, it's time to go away, away, away. That one there across your nose,
trying to change a cooling hose.
That one there across your cheek, I got it in a bump like just last week. Hey ho, it's time to go, and we'll be home, the devil knows. Hey ho, it's time to go away, away, away. Hey ho, it's time to go, and we'll be home, the devil knows. Hey ho, it's time to go away, away, away.
Well, probably they don't know that right before they entered the jump in the Corsair, a size 1 missile hit their engine, and the moment they're going to be out of the quantum, they will enter a death spin and fall into the planet that they're warping to. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen to them. Devs said it's cringe, but I don't think it's cringe. I think the cringe part is how the pirate and PvP community is. Like, so this is just a dream, like in reality. The reality is cringe, right? This is not cringe. This is quite a scenario right here, and just what we used to see, you know, on our screens. It's just done in a cinematic way. Oh, and look, again, they have the proper cargo boxes. They don't have the standard SCU units. I hope this will change soon, so we can finally get to see like different cargo actually looking different, not just the few colors, you know. Okay, that was I don't know, cringe, fun, whatever you call it. Let's actually see what all of this is about. Okay, Pirates Life terrorized the skies. I wanted to throw down with the saltiest dogs and the worst. You've come to the proper place. Whether you're a lone wolf or looking to start a crew, you can arm yourself and your vessel to the teeth and start stalking the outskirts of Stanton. Or maybe you're a type to walk the lawful path or righteous destruction, keeping the space lanes free and clear. Either way, you need look no further than a Pirate Week for a heavy dose of action. Swarm on the horizon. Hone your skills in the Arena Commander. Arena Commander's Pirate Swarm mode is a great place to sharpen your dogfighting skills while earning the right to pick the Pirate Gladius or Caterpillar. With a brand new Pirate Aggressor Spectrum badge and new challenges coming in Alpha 320, this is a perfect time to prepare for the Gathering Onslaught and your last chance to secure the classic Pirate Aggressor badge before it and its access to coveted ships variants goes down with the tide. I have a very salty opinion on the Pirate Gladius and Pirate Caterpillar. I'm extremely disappointed in CEG how they did the marketing trick with it. And I'm still disappointed, and I'll keep saying I will be disappointed until they change their mind and make it better. Okay, under a black flag, special edition ship paint. Ask any Buccaneer sober alive enough to tell you a tale or two. They'll surely admit that roughly 60% of piracy is how you look doing it. Questionable. So we've got you covered with the new Meridian paint scheme that's certain to strike fear into the hearts of those foolhardy or unlucky enough to cross your path. Secure them now for your Mercury, Hercules, Eris, and Eclipse, and claim them when they make port in Alpha 320. This literally shows how disconnected the marketing team is from the realities of the game. It is sad to see that they put the skins to sale for the ships they want to just pitch the sale for, because they probably calculated that those are going to be the most selling ones for whatever reason, while in reality, none of those ships have anything to do with piracy. It's like I would have been ashamed if someone would do this under my wing. This is just madness. It's not good. Like, you don't use Eclipse because Eclipse will destroy all your cargo. You don't use Mercury, Star Runner, for piracy. You either use it to run away from pirates or to do whatever. Firepower is not enough to make any impact. Cargo hold is not big enough to take like a lot of stuff. Like, what's even the point of like being Mercury in the list? Hercules, okay, if you don't use the Caterpillar for looting, and the Avises are also like partially believable. Like, there are a few scenarios where I could theoretically see Ares being used, probably Inferno more than Ion, just to get to the engines instantly through the shields. But this is so wrong. This is so completely wrong. Okay, Boots, Clues, Community Contest. A life of piracy requires many things, but above all else, it requires both nerves and a liver of steel. This diabolical treasure hunt puts both to the test, as you'll follow a map to a pair of locations near Klesher with a beverage in hand, being ever so careful not to spill any of the precious liquid along the area's journey. The freebooter with the most creative screenshot showing of their beverage at quest's end will have a chance to secure booty beyond measure. Okay, a post from Jake. Pirate Week's treasure hunt screenshot contest. The submission period will end on Wednesday, September 20th. First place, Eclipse. Bro, like, what Eclipse has even to do with it? Okay, so this is the map. One in front of Klesher, the other one near the hangars. Yeah, okay. I don't know, maybe I'll have an inspiration. Set sail for Jumptown. They basically announced Jumptown here. I will not participate in it. I'm not playing anything properly, any PvP, until the invisibility bug is fixed. I'm just not interested. It brings insane frustration, and I just don't want to. Okay, anchors up. Let's see. We're getting to the sail. Let's see what they're feeding us. A2 Herc. Like, literally has nothing to do with piracy, right? Just another option to sell an extremely expensive ship. Everest Inferno, as I said, has barely to do something with piracy, though properly utilizing it might be actually beneficial. Iron, like, whatever. Avenger Stalker, like, combat interdiction ship without an ability to interdict, never got a QD. If it had QD, it could be both used for piracy and anti-piracy, but unfortunately, this is just words. The ship never did anything to stop players from running away, so why it is here, I don't know. Why CAG cannot add up a QD to Avenger Stalker for so many years of us requesting this. I don't understand that. I cannot even get frustrated. Only that amount of time I can talk about it and get frustrated. Then I just think bad words in my head about people not doing this and not coming with these decisions. Like, it's so easy for them to do in reality. Just add a component into it. Simple as that. Invisible component. You don't need to even physicalize it. And yet they're not doing that. I don't even have like an ability to get mad anymore. It's just stupid. That's it. That's the only word I can find for it. Avenger Titan, no idea what this is doing in the Pirate Week. This has nothing to do with neither piracy nor counter piracy. No proper trading. This is like, come on. Warlock, yes, but right now the EMPs are just quite useless. So C2, well, I mean, if you intend to be a pirate's victim, C2 is the ship for you. So it kind of probably fits into a Pirate Week. And now we get to the salty part, the Caterpillar Pirate Edition. Which is still being only sold with the ship. Especially frustrates me being a very old backer, having original Caterpillar and being forced to get this full skin, being forced to buy the same ship on a higher price. Instead of just paying them for the skin, they're forcing me to buy the entire ship. It's a huge fuck you to CAG. Out of the principle, I will never do it, and I will keep complaining them until they freaking get back to the ground, get back to reality. You cannot do this to the players. It's just disgusting. Stop doing that, CAG. Now the Cutlet is black. Obviously, understandably, it doesn't have, for now, anything to support the piracy in regard to, like, it's not a Cutty blue, it doesn't have a QD, but it's overall a super universal and versatile ship. So I understand why it's here. I don't know why it's not coming with a pirate skin, but that's like the whole other question. Something I just randomly noticed, that the artists who did this picture don't know that Gatling guns don't shoot lasers actually. So they've drawn the lasers everywhere because obviously the shots are just like Photoshop on top of it, right? So for whatever reason, the Gatling repeaters that are on top of the Cutty black here fire lasers. Just a little funny thing to notice. This has nothing to do with piracy. Again, we said it already. No pirate would use unless they're trying just to send a message. Like if you can't get them, you just destroy them with a size 9. But again, that's already just like vendetta. That's not actual piracy. You would never risk shooting a big target with a size 9. Gladius, like, no comments. Just a combat ship. Yeah, it's probably good for piracy, like just as a fighter. No questions here, right? M2, again, no idea why it's here. But these are all the victims of piracy, like Mercury Star Runner. No idea why it's here. Pirate Gladius, I have the same thing to say that I said about the Caterpillar. This is just disgusting. People who have LTI Gladiuses cannot get the skin because they will downgrade to having a non-LTI Gladius because they want the skin. Or they have to buy another Gladius just of the skin. It is ridiculous, it is disgusting. It is the low blow, yellow pages, cheesy pump and dump marketing scheme. CAG should throw away those extra cheese practices out of the window and never come back to them. They just make themselves look disgusting, bad. It just points a bad light on them. This is just insane. All of this is just like the combat ships. They have no straight connection to piracy. People can use them to counter it or do it. So it's like whatever, right? The insane thing that blows my mind, and that's me pointing out again, pointing fingers on the marketing team, that how far they are from being connected to the player base. Do you guys realize that we went through the entire ship line they're selling and there is not a single ship with a QD? Do you even understand that? I mean, you probably do, guys, because you constantly watch me. But do they even understand that? How in hell, in a Pirate Week, they don't sell Cutty Blue, Mantis, and an Antares, but they sell all this bullshit that they do? Who came up with this? How far are they from the realities of the game? Are they playing a different game? Is their development of Star Citizen is in the parallel universe? Did they already finish the quest the main quest in Starfield and they went to parallel universe, and in that universe you don't need a Cutty Blue and a Mantis or an Antares to stop a ship from running away? Like, what is this? This is just, it's humiliatingly bad. You cannot be that bad at understanding your own game when you do marketing. I mean, I understand their marketing is targeted on people who mostly don't play the game, but those are like such crazy mistakes. It's insane. They give you limited time Warbond offers for Eclipse, for a useless Eclipse, and for the victim of piracy, but they don't give you limited time Warbond offers to a Cutty Blue and a Mantis and Antares. how this is even a thing. Pirate Week paints. I don't really understand this. Those skins are not really pirate. They're just like metallic black, looks like it. Also, like a lot of those ships have just dark black paint, so I don't know how this is like something cooler, but they kind of shine differently. I can see that from the screenshots. This is the only actual pirate skin we get. I'm not gonna lie, the skin is not good. They did a really good screenshot of it, so it kind of looks okay from this perspective with a good lighting, but in reality, the skin doesn't really look good. And this skin was promised when the only game we had was a pledge store. You have to understand the history of this skin goes back into 2013, and it was never there. And then somewhat recently, on the scale of overall Star Citizen development, they've introduced a skin. This paint looks like we had a backlog of things we promised. So we will cross out one of those things by asking someone from elementary school to do this paint. I'm sorry. I don't want to trash talk like actual person who was behind it. Don't get me wrong, nothing personal, but the paint is really bad. There is nothing special in it. There is no love put into it. Like, god damn it, the freaking caterpillar pirate skin is actually good. It's not like super unique or something, but the way they manage the coloring and the way they like place that decal and like the crossed like lines with like kills or whatever that is, or looted ships, it's so much better. It's a very poor performance on this skin. I would expect an oversized skull and crossed swords like overimposed on top of the ship, like going out of the boundaries so that you feel the silhouette of that skull across the entire ship. But it's like not just like put like this, like boom boom in a box. It's just like across it. But I think that also might be a limitation of the engine and how their skinning kind of works, right? They might not be able to do so. But still, it was disappointment when this skin came out. It was actual disappointment. But at least they should have done something like this matte black with red to other ships they wanted, right? On top of it, I forgot the other thing. On top of it, you cannot put this skin onto the Cuddy Blue, which you use mostly for piracy. You cannot do that. That's a Cuddy Black exclusive skin, probably again because of the engine restrictions. If they would given this color scheme to Mantis, if they would given this color scheme to Cuddy Blue and Terrace, that would be good. But guess what? How many people will buy it for Mantis? How many people use Mantis? Like 0.00000000001% people even know how that ship works. It's like gonna be very limited. They don't want to bother even like spending a day, like whatever, an hour making that skin for a Mantis because they feel it's not worth it from a marketing perspective. I really don't like this like approach. It's very disrespectful towards like players, towards at least a certain group of players. You kind of feel you're being like, for years, you're being like totally abandoned and disregarded, like you're garbage under their feet. I mean, we practically are, but at least create an image of respect, you know? When it comes to money, create an image, like just at least pretend. Because this is the only week when, like, you know, Pirate Week, and you cannot even do few proper skins for us. After so many freaking years, after us, like, dedicating ourselves to this kind of gameplay, troubleshooting it, infinite amount of hours of feedback. Like, pirate community is one of the most educated communities in the game. How the game mechanics work. It like touches everything. It touches mining, it touches trading, it touches ship combat, all the QEDs, EMPs, any type of damage, distortion damage, like disabling ships, boarding ships, EVA combat, FPS combat, dealing with the components. It literally encompasses almost like any kind of gameplay loop besides like completely solo gameplay loops like bounty hunt, PvE bounty hunting and all that, right? All we ask for is a tiny bit of respect. And when the Pirate Week comes, you don't even bother to educate yourself as a marketing team about like existence of Mantis ship and about the existence of Cuddy Blue ship. And you cannot freaking give, after all the years, you cannot dedicate some sort of hours? Is that really that hard to show a tiny bit of respect to a most educated community? It's impossible for me to comprehend it after so many years. I'm done ranting, okay? Let's move on.